Welcome to this week's Glass Tire Top 5. It's the week of April 7th, 2016. I'm Brandon Zeck.
I am Christina Reese, and I'm in Houston, obviously.
We're in Houston.
Strangely, in a sort of topsy-turvy world, Rainey is on her way to DFW right now, but I'll be in Houston for another couple of hours, so we're going to run down the top 5. Let's start with Houston, though. Tell me about this.
Yeah. So number 5 is the 38th Master of Fine Arts Thesis Exhibition at the Blaffer.
Why this thesis exhibition?
I mean,
because they're happening all over.
It's the thing that everyone in Houston is going to be at on Friday night.
It's where all the cool kids are.
Yeah, it's Houston's big thing. Everyone, it always draws everybody. It's painters, sculptors, photo students, design students. It's a little bit of everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 artists.
12 artists.
It's our future in this show.
It's the future of the art world.
All right, so number 4 this week is Site 131. Site 131 is a new space. This is its third show, I believe. It was opened by Joan Davidow in Dallas. She was the director of the Dallas Contemporary for years. She's opened a new nonprofit. It's down in the Design District. This third show, she has had it curated by, he's a New York art dealer and gallerist. His name is Photios Giovannis. And what makes this show interesting or special for Dallas in particular is, as far as we know, this is the first time work by Lee Lozano will be shown publicly in Dallas. Lee Lozano was a fascinating conceptual artist in New York in the 60s and 70s. She basically lived her work, but she did paintings and drawings. These are going to be some paintings and drawings that are on loan from Hauser and Wirth, who deal with her estate. And they've made her an art star post-death. She died in the 90s in Dallas, and she's buried in what is essentially an unmarked grave in Grand Prairie. Her dropout piece, her idea of dropping out of the art world and moving to Dallas to live with her parents and dying in Dallas.
Because there's no art world in Dallas.
There's no art world in Dallas, so it was called the Dropout Piece, and it was apparently very effective. This is all, her story is a one big, tangled, fascinating mess of psychology. Her drawings and paintings they're kind of Guston-like, they're cartoony, they're sort of violent, they're very, very good. These will be works from the late 60s and early 70s, I believe. This work is not for sale. This is not a gallery show. This is not a commercial gallery show. There will be a panel discussion. Robert Wolanski, who's a managing editor of the Dallas Morning News, he and I used to work together at the Dallas Observer, and we wrote a piece about Lee Lozano. It was under his byline, but we researched it in the late 90s and ran it about her time in Dallas. And we're going to be on a panel on Wednesday night, the same night as the opening, next Wednesday.
Number 3 is Anthony Sonnenberg at Art Palace in Houston. Oh, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony. Wretched Excess. That is what he makes work about. That's what this show will be. I think it will be sort of...
It's everything.
It's everything that he does.
Ceramics, metalwork, textile pieces, a lot of the stuff, or everything really, that he's been working on through his residency at Lawndale in Houston.
Very Baroque.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure that since it's a solo show at Art Palace, I imagine it'll be very installation. It'll be an environment that he's basically created that is excessive in its luxury.
It's almost oppressive.
And I think it's meant to be. So tell me about number 2 in Austin.
So number 2 is the Fusebox Festival. It started yesterday, Wednesday, and runs through Sunday. And it's a big, almost week-long performance festival of performance art and film and art and installation. There's going to be an Animal Facts Club performance by Jules Buck-Jones, a Brooklyn-based performance artist, Narcissister, and a Mexico City artist in residence at the Museum of Human Achievement, Daniela Libertad. So there's a little bit of everything, and there's a lot of art tie-in, and there's a lot of stuff that's the new interdisciplinary thing.
Yeah, so Brandon's going to be there for a lot of this. In fact, he's heading out after we shoot this video. And then number 1 this week, I'm surprised we haven't put this on the top 5 yet. It's open for another month. It's Karina Kent at San Antonio Museum of Art. This is a really popular show, it seems like with good reason.
Yeah.
We ran a photo essay of it recently, and you just saw it.
Yeah, I was in San Antonio last week, and it's great. I didn't know about Karina Kent. There's...
Sister Mary Karina was a pop artist, and her heyday, I guess, was probably in the 60s. And this is a show of her. She was an activist. She was a pop artist. Very good graphic stuff.
Lots of beautiful screen prints, Warhol-esque screen prints, but when Warhol... She was a contemporary of Warhol.
Right, so she's presented along with her contemporaries in this show. It contextualizes her. She was very recognized by her contemporaries. Robert Indiana, Lichtenstein, Jim Dine, Warhol, they're all in this show.
And there's some great work by all those, as well as some stuff by Ed Ruscha and Oldenburg, and just it's a really good overview, really. It's a really good survey of pop art.
Yeah. Over the course of the 60s, I don't know if it's laid out chronologically, but she gets angrier and becomes more of an activist.
She gets really radical. She's an angry nun.
She's an angry nun.
She's an angry nun.
And that's The Skinny.
Yeah.
Go see some art.
Go see some art.